Good morning on this chilly Wednesday morning.
And welcome back to Rise at Shine at 9. I'm Madison Donor.
I'm Dan Corlett. Let's get started with everything you need to know to start your day. It's March 13th in 2019, or as we like to say around here, Happy National Good Samaritan Day.
We'll have a representative from the Community Service Department to discuss ways to become a good Samaritan and plenty of information on the Hollywood admissions scandal and the Boeing situation.
That's right, so sit back and relax. You're watching Rise and Shine at 9. Once again, welcome to Rise and Shine at 9. Today we're going to look at some early St. Patrick's Day celebrations and talk about the FAA.
And we're going to get to talk with a Good Samaritan. Stacey Baum will be in the studio with us later to talk about being a Good Samaritan.
All of that's going to be coming up in just a little bit, but first we've got a story of a good deed done for a young boy after something horrific happened to him. Let's take a look.
Good job. Good job. Yay.
Good job, buddy.
It's going to take practice adjusting to his new leg. Josiah had been without a prosthesis since his was stolen 12 days ago. His mother feared it would take months to get a new one. She inadvertently left it in his backpack along with her wallet in their car for the night as she was getting Josiah and his 4-year-old sister into their home. The next morning, the wallet, the backpack, and Josiah's $10,000 leg were gone.
What's a dinosaur say?
He's done a great job of getting around without it, but the importance of walking will only grow as he does. And as news of the theft spread around the world, Josiah's mom hoped the thief would return the leg. That has not happened. But Shriners Hospital workers expedited the replacement process, casting a new leg here, having it constructed in Portland, and shipped to St. Louis in just a week.
I just feel so blessed.
Night and day difference. I mean, they came in, they were worried about how long it was going to take. We reassured them we were going to get it done as soon as possible, and luckily we pulled through.
And everyone's smiling.
Everyone's smiling, right?
I felt like it was my fault, and that's his leg. I mean, none of us know what it's like to not have your leg and not be able to do, the things that you may want to do. So to take that away from him, I just feel so guilty and so responsible. Hi. And he's just the sweetest little boy.
Shriners wins the Good Samaritan Award in my book. And if there's one story we cannot not talk about this morning, it's what's going on in the skies.
That's absolutely right. As more and more countries vote to ground the Boeing Model 737 MAX 8, the U.S. stands firm with its decision to keep the model in circulation. A couple of malfunctions have caused 2 crashes in 6 months, and both stem from an onboard operating system that causes the plane to dive after takeoff. CNN's Tom Foreman had an explanation on the mindset behind the FAA's decision.
They're thinking as much about this other accident which happened off the coast of Indonesia last fall. That was the Lion Air crash there. 189 people died in that accident. Very similar, shortly after takeoff. And at the time, even as the investigation began, the Federal Aviation Administration here issued a directive to pilots saying there is some software issue with this plane which can cause difficulty controlling the airplane, significant altitude loss, and possible impact with terrain.
The U.S. has the most MAX 8s in circulation at over 60. Southwest and American Airlines both have the most in the U.S. at the moment. The United States Secretary of Transportation, Elaine Chao, issued this statement stating, "The department and the FAA are working closely with the National Transportation Safety Board and the Ethiopian Accident Investigation Bureau to determine the cause of this tragedy as quickly as possible and to assess any necessary actions going forward."
I understand that this has kind of become a bipartisan issue. Yesterday and earlier in the day on Monday, both Senator Elizabeth Warren and Mitt Romney said that we need to ground these planes, but they're still in circulation. A lot of speculation as to whether it's like an economic issue, but I know there's somebody on staff here on our crew that has somebody that they know flying on one of these
tomorrow?
later in the day.
Yeah, later?
And it's
Yeah, it's
nerve-wracking.
Norway.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so scary, and the fact that like even a family from Canada was on the Ethiopian flight, it's just so sad.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now, 6 months after a Washington, D.C. runner was attacked and stabbed to death, her fiance is making plans to honor her. 35-year-old Wendy Martinez was training for the Boston Marathon when she died. Now her fiance will run it himself. To keep her memory alive, Heather Graff has the story.
The city of Washington, D.C. is full of runners.
The will to run comes in different forms for different people.
It was a way to engage, to relax, to feel empowered.
But Daniel Incapié will tell you his motivation is love.
What keeps you going?
Her. How she would have wanted me to react to this.
Daniel's fiance, an avid runner named Wendy Martinez, who in September of 2018 was working to qualify for the Boston Marathon. But during an evening run in Logan Circle, she was stabbed and killed in what police say was a random attack.
We're not going to let her light be shut down, and this is how we're going to accomplish that.
Keeping his fiance's dream alive, Daniel told us by signing up for the Boston Marathon himself.
So I only started training actually a few weeks ago, so it's been a little bit challenging to get back on track. Probably it's not going to be my fastest race, but I'm going to run it with my heart.
26.2 miles, during which Daniel will be raising money for a nonprofit named in Wendy's honor.
My goal and what I know that I'm going to accomplish is cross that finish line together with her.
The love of his life still by his side.
She'll be right there with me.
Motivating him, and perhaps all runners, to face their fears.
She will probably say, I want you guys to go run.
Heather Graff.
Just us raising our hands and just crossing that finish line.
ABC 7 News.
Wendy's husband will keep her memory alive by running in the race, as well as raising money for a nonprofit in her honor. Coming up after the break, though, we have Stacy Baum, a graduate student from the Community Service Department here, who's going to teach us a little bit about being a good Samaritan.
And Juliana is sharing what she did for last week's St. Patrick's Day.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities. At Oswego is where I really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
David Richey. I mean, they were. Do you think Bryce Humphrey, a Tommy John survivor, Nathan Evaldi?
Welcome back. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Eric Johnson. We had a pretty chilly start this morning. Temperatures were in the teens or 20s. We're actually going to end the week with a spring feel, and then we're going to have a wet start to your Friday, and then followed by a very cold weekend and cold conditions returning for next week as well. But we're going to have quieter weather, not a lot of snow or rain involved with this next week. Currently in Fulton, we have temperatures around 22 degrees, light winds out of the southeast, and that southeast wind is going to start to cause the temperatures to rise a little bit. We could be in the 40s by the end of the day. And in Syracuse, much of the same, around 21 degrees. Dew points around 17, so it's pretty dry. And looking at your satellite and radar, we have some clouds off to the west that are moving in, and we have a few snow showers up to the north, and that's going to be affecting the Watertown area. It will be a very quick system, so nothing major coming out of it, it's just a few flurries. But for the rest of Central New York, it's going to be pretty dry. And looking at tonight, we have that wind out of the southeast with temperatures around 37, so it's a pretty cool night, but not too bad. Winds are going to be light, and it's going to be pretty cloudy overnight with possibly a few showers. Not a lot to talk about, though. And then for tomorrow, those temperatures are going to warm up significantly. You can see that southeast wind starting to pick up, and that's going to bring in some much warmer air, temperatures getting up to 55 degrees. So it's going to be a beautiful day throughout central New York. And then tomorrow night, we're going to see temperatures not dropping too much. It's going to be around 49. So that's going to allow a lot of that snow to melt, and we're going to have some showers and thunderstorms as well. So there could be some street flooding as well. It's a concern. And that wind out of the south will continue to bring in that warm air. And our temperatures this time of year should be right around 42 degrees. Today, that's going to be right about where we're going to be, around 44. So pretty seasonable. But tomorrow and Friday is going to be well above average. Looking at your futurecast, you can see those clouds coming in throughout the night. This is around 5:30. And looking at later tonight, we're going to see those clouds clearing, a few breaks of sun. And if we do get those breaks of sun, we could see temperatures getting up to 60 degrees across much of New York, with some rain showers moving in towards the latter part of Thursday. And then we see this very heavy band of showers coming in for your Friday, and that's going to bring in some much colder air behind it. So we are going to be back in the 30s for next week. And you can see that continuing to move through the area. So your Friday is going to be some pretty heavy rain. And looking at our 7-day forecast, we have temperatures warming up for Thursday and Friday, with some rain returning Friday, and then possibly even some snow coming back into the picture. And then for Sunday, for your St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be very chilly, temperatures in the 30s, and continuing cold air for next week with pretty quiet conditions, though. You're watching Rise and Shine at 9.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
It's back and better than ever. One student can win up to $25 in cash. All on Oswego's favorite game show, Spin to Win! Every Sunday night at 9, only on WTOP 10 TV.
Welcome back from the break, everyone. We're here joined with Stacy Baum, the Graduate Assistant of Community Service.
Yeah, Stacy, you kind of have a long, borderline complicated job title. Can you just tell us what you do for someone who's not smart like me? Like, explain what you do to me, please.
So again, I'm Stacy. I'm the Graduate Assistant of Community Services. And that title really is not self-explanatory. So,
okay. Thank you.
Really, I kind of work right alongside our community services coordinator, Catherine Farrell. I'm essentially her right-hand person, and I do essentially anything she asks me to. What that looks like is we put out a weekly listserv. I'm in charge of that listserv. I'm in charge of updating our website. I meet with students individually to set up service requirements and service needs. And then we also have some student employees who work for us who coordinate our 5 major programs, and I help facilitate the meetings and work with them to make the programs as good as they can be.
And how do you get involved with community service on campus, and how did you get involved to be a graduate assistant with the community service team?
Yeah.
Right, so currently I'm in grad school, but when I was an undergrad here, my freshman year I got involved with Adopt a Grandparent, which is one of our major programs that many of us know about. And you know, I really enjoyed the program. I enjoyed what community services had to offer. I got involved with alternative breaks, and I'll talk a little bit about those too. And I just really enjoyed being involved. I continued to stay involved throughout undergrad, and when I found that this position was available, I thought, wow, I should apply and help other students become just as involved as I have and get the rich experience of service out that I got out of it.
That's great. And what would you say makes someone a good Samaritan? Like yourself, you said like you get so much out of it. So like what traits does that like entail?
Right. So for me, being a good Samaritan really means going the extra mile. And people say that it means doing good deeds. And I think you can go one step ahead of that. Doing good deeds, you know, people think, oh, I should go participate in a service program. You don't even have to be involved in a service program to be a good Samaritan. You could help a friend with a project. You can help your classmate who's been struggling in that subject with something that you understand. You can offer a service to somebody. It's pretty simple. It could take 5 minutes. It could take 30 minutes. It could take several days. It very depends on what you want to do and what other people need around you.
Right, and for you, when you talk about being a good Samaritan, like how does that lead into what you want to do for like a career? Like how does this, I'm gonna start again. Does this Good Samaritan want you, like, get you leading into like a career path? Like, what do you want to do with this?
Do you want to work for a nonprofit organization or anything like that?
Yes, thank you. I have no words today. There you
Absolutely. My graduate studies are in mental health counseling.
Oh.
So I graduate in May. I hope to get a job in counseling, and a lot of counseling work is advocacy and really being of service to other people. My hope is to enter into a nonprofit, you know, to start, and then from there we'll see where it goes. You know, a lot of us get degrees and we don't end up doing that thing, but I do want to work in human services for you know, until retirement.
Right.
That's great. I think mental health advocacy is something that America needs right now, and I think that's so important.
Yeah,
so that's
sure.
awesome to hear that that's a field you want to get into, because not a lot of people can handle that.
Absolutely, and it kind of feels like our generation has kind of divided, like we don't really help each other anymore in a big way. And it's cool to see you do something like that and kind of like explain it for the layman, like it can be just helping somebody with their homework.
Exactly, a small task. They always say being kind is free.
That's
so.
exactly right. So with that being said, do you have any like community outreach opportunities that you know in Oswego that anybody out there watching can get involved with in the community?
Absolutely. So just as simple as we offer a weekly listserv, and if you sign up, we put out everything that we hear of. With that said, everything we hear of is not everything that's available. There are tons of clubs and activities on this campus that people can get involved with, but our programs, just to start, Mentor Oswego, Adopt a Grandparent, Alternative Breaks, we have Shining Waters, and we have the ARC program. And Alternative Breaks are week-long during the
spring break, correct?
Yes,
Yep.
Spring and winter break. Spring's coming up, and that's going to be really exciting for all those who participate, and that's a week of service. And then we have other programs, Mentor Oswego, ARC, and Adopt a Grandparent are all semester-long. So those are kind of a different commitment. And then we have Shining Waters, which is a drop-in program, essentially.
Awesome.
And that works on campus cleanups. We're partnering with Rice Creek as soon as the weather gets warmer, and we'll be cleaning up over there as well, keeping up the trail for them. And I think that the variety in service opportunities, that if you don't want to commit to 20 hours during your semester, you know, every Wednesday night, for example, that you can commit just an hour for a certain program just to try it out, and then maybe next semester after you want to, go a little deeper and have a bigger commitment. The same can be said about alternative breaks, that you can volunteer for just a week and see if you want to continue doing it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're unfortunately going to have to wrap this interview.
Okay.
It's been really great, Stacey. Is there anywhere on campus that people can come and visit you directly and get some information?
Yes, I'm located right in the campus. You just ask for me at reception.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much, Stacey. We're going to be right back after the break right here now. We're going to be right back after the break. Stick around. You're watching Rise and Shine at 9.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
It's me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Pretty good today, pretty good. I thought we called a pretty fair game.
Come on, man, that was a weak call. Yeah, man, that ref is totally soft.
You might not know everyone in your community, but if you did, you'd see that people in recovery from mental and substance use disorders are all around. Reach out for support and begin your recovery journey. Join the Voices for Recovery. Strengthen families and communities.
For confidential information on mental and substance use disorders, including prevention and treatment referrals for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm your entertainment anchor, Alexis Bruning. St. Patrick's Day festivities have kicked off in Oswego. Reporter Juliana Skro documented her day at the downtown Oswego St. Patrick's Day Parade last Saturday.
Hey guys, it's Juliana and I'm here celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and I'm gonna give you a little inside scoop of what me and my friends are doing today to celebrate. So let's go in. What is today?
St. Patrick's Day? Not really St. Patrick's Day, but we're gonna celebrate Parade Day in Oswego.
It's Parade Day. It's St. Practice Day.
What are we doing right now?
We're getting ready to eat some breakfast right now, and then we're heading out, having ourselves a day.
So first it was mimosas and brunch. So what are you eating for brunch this morning?
Sausage, bacon, eggs,
Mimosas, most importantly.
And then a little bit of fun. And finally, the parade.
We're going to the parade on New Bridge Street. I'm excited for the festivities. The whole town of Oswego just coming together.
Community, all about the community.
How do you feel about the St. Patrick's Day parade?
We're actually very excited to be out here, especially for the bagpipers. My Italian heritage is through the roof right now. Very excited.
Good. The day was filled with fun and laughs for all. So how do you guys usually celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
This. Not this, but like, drink.
Just these kind of vibes, Very chill vibes.
And what a day it was. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I'll see you guys next week on Rise and Shine at 9 on WTOP.
A lot of green, a lot of green.
A lot of love today.
Yeah,
A lot of green, a lot of green.
It looks like you guys had so much fun. Thanks for sharing your day with us, Juliana. I can't wait to celebrate and hope everyone has a fun and safe St. Patrick's Day. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, some Hollywood stars could use a 4-leaf clover this week. Full House star Lori Loughlin found herself in legal trouble yesterday, along with 50 other people who have been charged for their involvement in a massive college admissions scam. As Kim Hutchinson reports, wealthy parents have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their children into top colleges.
Actresses Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman were among dozens of wealthy parents charged in a massive college admissions scam. FBI agents made arrests nationwide, including in this Houston neighborhood. In all, 50 people charged Tuesday, accused of being part of a fraud aimed at getting students into some of the country's most prestigious colleges, like UCLA, Stanford, Yale, and Georgetown. The mastermind behind all this? William Rick Singer. Parents allegedly paid Singer more than $25 million between 2011 and 2019 through a fake charity he created. Here's how authorities say the scam went down. Singer would either arrange for people to take admissions exams in place of his clients' children by bribing administrators, or arrange for their real scores to be altered. And he would bribe coaches to help students gain admission as athletes. Stanford's head sailing coach, John Vandemore, was among those charged. He pleaded guilty to racketeering conspiracy.
He is remorseful, apologizes to his family, Stanford University.
Several of the universities have released statements saying they are cooperating fully with the investigation. I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
So I know a lot of celebrities, including Lori Loughlin and her husband, had to go into federal court yesterday. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, has a YouTube channel, and she brought up last year that she's only in college for the social aspect. So she's really enjoying the partying and the games more so than the actual education.
Doesn't seem like it's worth the money and the trouble that they're going through.
Right.
I thought I heard somewhere, I'm not sure where, that it was 500, some people paid 500,000 to get their child into USC.
Yep.
Was it on the moon? At $500,000, do you
Did
help
they not
me
even
understand.
take their SAT?
Help
They
me
just
understand.
needed to go in.
I mean,
it's shocking. And then there's so many students that don't have those privileges. Like yesterday I went to OCC and interviewed a student, and he's from Kenya, and he was talking about how hard he had to get into Syracuse, and like we all just don't have the upper class privileges, the luxury.
Yeah. One of the packages I think that we were looking at earlier describes this, and one of the guys says that for every person who's getting in this scandal, a pure-hearted, really diligent, much more talented person is
missing out that opportunity,
taken away and has their opportunity gone. But that's all that we got for you guys today. Thank you for keeping up with us on Rise and Shine at 9.
I'm Madison Donor, and have a great day, everyone. Woo! Ow!
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
When you are in space, you can't run down to the store to buy parts. You have to improvise with what you have on your mission. Making is when there is something new that was not in existence at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
It's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you have made something. That's why I make. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Hello?
Josh, the stream's not working. We need you to fix it right now.
The stream's down? I'll be right there.